too. But yeah, a lot of kids have the whole week off. Some kids have a couple of days of school this week, whatever, you've got for you and the kiddos. Of course, we're looking ahead towards Thanksgiving. Let's give you a little preview of what's on the menu for Thanksgiving. Overall, the long and short of it is pretty good weather as we head towards Thanksgiving Thursday. The morning going to be a little cold, lows near freezing. Looks like highs upper 50s near 60 for our Thanksgiving here in Green Country. It's going to depend on how much sunshine we have. If clouds come creeping in, that could bring our temperatures down a little bit. But overall, it looks like kind of normal fall temperatures with a cool breeze and just feeling like fall. Right now, it doesn't look like we've got any precipitation to worry about. For Thanksgiving, maybe if you got a football game or something planned later in the afternoon to burn off all that food on Thursday, it's looking good. This morning, it is a gloomy look as we take a look from Tulsa International Airport. Of course, keeping an eye on those flights on some of the major hubs. Of course, I can't fit them all on here, but in general, as we've been checking through the morning, most of the major hubs are still on time. Notice down at DFW, because of some low clouds, they've got some 15 to 30-minute delays at times, and of course, that's a big connector here out of Tulsa. So be aware there are some slowdowns showing up, at least briefly, there at DFW. Here's a look at YDU on radar. I talked earlier about this area of low pressure that's kind of wrapping itself up over central and southern Oklahoma. You can see that counterclockwise motion around that area of low pressure right now. Storms off to the east, some wraparound rain on the north side of that, and that's going to start to wrap its way in eastern Oklahoma this afternoon. So radar a little bit of the quieter look than it was for many of us overnight and early this morning. A couple pockets of heavy storms in LaFleur County. That is a strong storm just on the south side of Adair, heading up towards portions from Hudson Lake up towards Grand Lake. That one's got some crowd-to-ground lightning. Could even have some small hail with it. So I want you folks to be aware of that as that moves quickly to the north and east. Later today, this afternoon, severe weather threats are very low. But as we head to the afternoon hours, it's going to warm up a little bit in southeastern Oklahoma. Could be just enough instability for 1 or 2 hail-producing storms this afternoon. But from a travel standpoint, of course, we're watching things, regionally, nationally. I want you to be aware if you're headed to the south and east or have family across East Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, southern Arkansas, pretty significant threat for severe weather, hail, wind, and tornadoes would all be possible. This stretch we see on the yellow and orange later today into this evening. So if you're headed that way or know folks down there, be aware of. As we look ahead the next few days, travel-wise, Tuesday, that same system that produces severe weather to our south today will produce some pretty stormy weather tomorrow along the eastern United States. This will probably cause some travel delays at times on Tuesday from Atlanta to Charlotte up towards D.C. and even New York City with that system swinging to the east. The rest of the country looks pretty good on Tuesday, but East Coast could have some delays. Wednesday, that system's starting to push away from the East Coast, so after the early morning hours, pretty good. I mean, this is great overall because, as you know, Wednesday is a humongous travel day across the country, and at the moment, it looks like pretty reasonable weather for the majority of the country and the majority of the flight hubs. And then Thanksgiving Thursday, some rain along the Gulf, some snow in the central and northern Rockies, but most of the rest of the kind of connecting hubs are in pretty good shape, and that includes us here in Green Country. So back to today. Again, some shower and storm chances continue. What we'll start to have is the storm chances, the heavier storm chances shift south, and I think this afternoon it's going to be more kind of a drizzly, light rain setup from Tulsa to the north. Temperatures, though, holding in the 50s all day, northeast Oklahoma, southeast Kansas, 60s in southeastern Oklahoma. Later tonight, still some lingering rain. This is when the north winds really crank up. So later tonight, especially after sunset, north winds gust 30 to 35 miles per hour. We're going to have strong north winds throughout the day tomorrow with highs only in the low 50s, but it does, as I mentioned, improve just in time for the Thanksgiving holiday. So after the rainstorm chances today, blustery conditions tomorrow. Wednesday, nice and calm. It'll be cool, but I mean, that's about as calm as we can get it for a huge travel day on Wednesday. Thanksgiving Thursday, again, temperatures look very good with a southeast breeze. And again, good timing there because it does look like we've got some colder weather kind of looming as we head towards the latter half of this weekend.